2029, before 2029, let's rather eat Mikey.
Liberia, you see that executive mansion? I will turn into a 5-star hotel. I don't need to be in such an elaborate infrastructure. Yes, you can run the executive mansion or a small place. Why do we need a whole ministry of state just for presidential affairs? And it's a place where different people, even me now as CEO with more than 5,000 employees across Africa in multiple countries, I don't really have a special assistant. My laptop is it. I have different departments, different heads of different sections, and they work. Why do we need a president to have such elaborate infrastructure? The sooner we review this, the better the budget will begin to work for us and for the people. If that doesn't happen, we're always going to have this situation. And that's why we're saying, ladies and gentlemen of the press, people in Radio Land, that we need to change the governance style of our country by changing the people we give power to. Thank you so much.
Endless environs will be occupied. There will be political occupation of our people. When you go streets, there will be a lockdown. Endless environs will be occupied. There will be political occupation of our people. When you go streets, there will be a lockdown.
Raymond Pay was dismissed because he disagreed with corruption with President Boakai. So he was dismissed. I'm not going to come here to say Raymond Pay is not corrupt, Raymond Pay is not bad. I don't care about it. My issue is the current issue. Go back and look and think about the few decisions Raymond Pay took. Raymond Pay asked that all revenues for the government from the mining sector goes directly into LRA's account. President Boakai don't want to hear that. President Boakai wants the payment to go somewhere else before going in government's account. Next to that, Raymond Pay asked the Minister of Labor not to issue any work permit in the mining sector until everybody can agree. The Minister of Labor said about this work he gave me, Latvians cannot do it. Why is that important? We all know that some of the highest pieces of corruption come from work permits and the rest of it. Because if these big entities bring their people from overseas, they have to bribe the ministers for the minister to give them work permit. And Raymond Pay was stopping that. Now, has Raymond Pay been doing anything? That's not my discussion. We can have that for another day. But the Lands and Mines Ministry is one of those ministries in my memory we have not discussed on the show. So if things have been happening in my mind, those things will not warrant a dismissal. And what is important, have anyone noticed? Every ministry got departments. President Boakai dismissed everyone in the mining department. Think about it. Let that reflect. The minister, the deputy minister, the assistant minister, that whole line in the mining department, President Boakai got rid of them. All of them did the same thing. Because we want to push back on corruption. Once you disagree with the president and the president knows he wants something from you, you are gone. President Bwaga did not reshuffle. My people, let's not know book like we don't know no book. Reshuffle means take one person from here, bring a soul, carry the other person from here, other person bring there, other person. That's not what President Bwaga did. President Bwaga dismissed. So that reshuffle thing, that's what Henry Costa said. But then I was asking myself a question. Start on the end. Just yesterday, Henry Costa was here. And Henry Costa said the president is not aware of decisions being made. So how is the government operating? When the president or somebody in the president's cycle dismiss someone because the president disagrees with the corrupt act, then we are in this for a bad time. I feel sad for our country. And one more thing, enjoy your exit.
Another time has come again. The Larry G will say, another time has come again. Papi, we on our knees. So this is the Positive Show right here on Love Radio 105.1. We transmit to you from Tenchkit Sinkor, right in the technology building. This is where we exchange ideas for the common good of our beloved country, Mama Liberia, holding all facts at constant, knowing that Liberia is our common denominator. As usual, we bring you the flash surges from the Roberts International Airport, commercial commitment, vehicular traffic update. We'll take you through our health tip, the exchange rate, the fuel and gasoline prices on the Liberian market, security alerts, all packaged in our presentation. Trending Liberian issues are all discussed. We always love to say to you, as a responsible media institution, we are clothed with the responsibility to safeguard the airways from inverters and do those ethical things. Lazy hair make a man poor, diligent hands bring him wealth. Whatever you find yourself doing, when it is positive, do it to the best of your ability. So help us God. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and others follow. For as among equals, of course, I'm destined for greatness. I'm with you up to 10 o'clock this morning. Let's get a bash of our team, followed by a commercial commitment. And after that, when we return, we get to talk the talk as we walk the walk. This is the Positive Show right here on Love Radio. And we're beaming live and direct on the internet on our Facebook page, Love TV Live. So if you are following us, just leave your comments. We're going to highlight and read them out for you.
Are you looking for fast, reliable internet for your home, small business, or office? Look no further. Get the MTN 4G router from any MTN service center today for just $49, cut 4 router, and $89, cut 6 router, and enjoy connectivity and convenience like never before. No stress, just connectivity and convenience. You can activate your router yourself at any time using MTN Momo or airtime. Just dial *355# and enjoy bundles starting as low as $9.
Rush now and get your 4G internet router. Call 5656 for more information. Enjoy affordable, fast, and reliable internet with Lucascell MTN. Business done better.
MTN. Momona will say key. Y'all want your mullet cheese.
My people, I get good news, so enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN Mobile Money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small ma from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No call will go on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial *156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo na we say key. Y'all want your mole cheese.
MTN.
Bah, what's it making your face sour again today? Bah, I'm supposed to pay my landlord today, but I forget today na Saturday and the bank is closed soon. But a big problem, but in no start MTN mobile money get push and pull service. Oh yeah, I can withdraw the money from my bank account to my mobile money account and pay my landlord in 5 minutes. Thank you, Jojo, thank you.
Banking with any of these banks, GT Bank, UBA Bank, Access Bank, Echo Bank, LBDR, ID Bank, Afriland Bank, or Global Bank. Simply visit the bank and request to link your bank account to your mobile money account. Get access to your money whenever you need it without any headache. It only takes 3 minutes. More, whenever, wherever.
MTN.
Whoa! MTN mobile money now to you for the first time in Liberia. You can send money from your phone straight to Africa, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Uganda, Rwanda, Mali, and Senegal. No more stressing on how you will send your children's school fees to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea or even order your goods from Ghana. Momo is now across borders, so just dial *156*1#, select international transfers and follow the instructions.
Send money instantly and conveniently across Africa right from the phone. Dial *156*1# and select international transfer to cross borders with Momo. Outbound remittance powered by BNB and Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money.
MTN.
Before the sunrise.
Your car renter is bigger and better with affordable rides for you. Anywhere in Monrovia is $5 or its equivalent for a ride. You can order a ride anywhere within Cinco and Central Monrovia and pay just $5 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. Airport drop-off is $30 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. And Pinsville is just $15. Book your ride by calling 0880-378692, 0880-378-487, or 0555-773-773. Once again, book your ride by calling 0880-378692, 0880-378-487, or 0555-773-773. You car renters, your affordable ride just for you. Are you looking for a getaway that combines the beauty of nature with luxurious accommodations? Look no further than Rocky Farms in Carisburg along the Kakata Highway, where dreams come true from rolling hills to sparkling streams. Rocky Farms, it's traveler's dream. We offer a unique experience for all with a 20% discount on all of our services. We are open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And let's not forget about the food at Rocky Farms. We pride ourselves on our farm-to-table dining experience. Enjoy delicious meals made from fresh, locally and internationally sourced ingredients. There's no time to waste. Explore our farm where you can get up close and personal with friendly animals. A place with breathtaking views. You won't leave your worries behind. From cozy cabins to elegant shallow rooms. Rocky Farms, where memories are sweet. Whether you are seeking a peaceful retreat or an adventure-filled vacation, we have live band days and every Sunday. So why wait? Plan your vacation or outing with Rocky Farms in Carisburg along the Kakata Highway and experience the beauty of nature. Indulge in luxury and create memories for lifetime. For reservation, call us on 0881 248401. From sunrise to sunset, every moment is grand at Rocky Farms because we are the ultimate wonderland. After the commercial commitment, we're back, and of course, it's 12 minutes down 8. Let's make our rounds this morning and see how best we can get our interns to give us update regarding the traffic on the Tubman Boulevard and other areas. So let's reach out to Francis. Francis is posted this morning. Francis, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you this morning? Your line is so cracky, you need to just adjust so that we get you clearer.
Clear right now, right?
Okay. So at this moment, where are you?
Right there on the 20th Street, back road towards GFK, expressway to GFK.
Okay, so how is the flow of the traffic along that corridor?
Yeah, the movement of the traffic is moving slow, but what I observe is that the vehicles are leading from JFK to go to Washington have not been given the opportunity, and then that of the vehicles are leading from town towards Tubman Boulevard also do not want to give the way to other vehicles to make their way to go to. So you will have people moving from one place to another, crossing between the vehicle while the vehicles are moving towards their destination.
So what is the police doing in that area to resolve such a situation? Because it might lead to traffic congestion.
Yeah, I saw 4 police officers here, but one is directing the traffic, and I think with the court of the public attention to it, will give attention to the other street to get into their job doing. But they are not really into their job this morning as I'm speaking.
When you say they are not into their job, what does that imply?
Yeah, because David, if you come from town going towards Springfield, if you see another vehicle that leaving from 20th Street towards maybe going to town or coming towards the single there, you're supposed to give space to them. And even the movement of people, because you know this area is a hospital zone. So you will find people leaving from one place going to the hospital to go to their family members, to meet their family members. But that opportunity has not been given for everybody is just crossing using their own mental to cross, but not allowing the police to control them for them to cross.
Okay, any other thing you observe that you want the public to know about?
Yeah, the traffic light here at the 20th Street is one of the things that is need to call government attention to. Over the weeks, we saw the traffic light at the Finsville area, that of the Squirrel Junction, the Police Academy Junction, that of GSA Junction, the traffic light is on. But for the Boulevard ride, you found out that all of those areas where they install the traffic lights are off. So we need to call the government attention to that on the traffic light. And also again, took a tour on the Bujo Island Road where I observed the road because there are garbage are all part of the road, part of the road on the Bujo Island. So the PCC need to come up very strong and the MCC need to come up very strong to see how best they can change that side of the road for the December season.
So along the Bourgeois Island. Precisely which part of Bourgeois Island are you referring to?
Yeah, if you cross the Barton Bridge going towards the Freeport intersection, you'll find out that huge garbage objects on the corridor going towards Jamaica Road, all the way up
huge
to
part of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, huge part of that. Just part on the side of the road. And you'll find out people taking the dirt from their stores, bringing it even near the road, just blocking it right there. So it's like giving a country a very good, and that area is a gateway to the city. That's where we get our money from coming to the country. That's the people of Liberia. So the government needs to give a good lift to that area. So the PCC and that of the MCC need to do everything.
PCC is restricted for restricted to the Pinsville. That's why they are called the Pinsville City Corporation. So it's MCC. So that is MCC, the responsibility of MCC. And thank you so much for giving us update regarding the traffic.
All right, it's a pleasure being with you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Francis. Let's see if we can reach out to Arthur. What we can reach out to Arthur. So this is the Positive Show. If you just join us, we are on the vehicular traffic movement, but not to hold you while we try to make our effort to get Arthur. Let's move now to the Roberts International Airport to bring you the flight schedules, beginning with arrivals at the Roberts International Airport. This morning, we say thanks to Flight Trader 24 for always providing us the update. This morning at 10:05, Ethiopian Airlines will actually touch grounds at the Roberts International Airport from Freetown, Sierra Leone, and the flight is ET942. ET942 from Freetown, Sierra Leone. That's Ethiopian Airline ET942 from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Will touch grounds at the Roberts International Airport at 10:05 this morning. We also move on to the next flight this evening. We have a council flight. So the last flight for arrivals at the Roberts International Airport will be Brussels Airlines. It's reported Brussels Airlines from Freetown, Sierra Leone, SN241 will arrive at the Roberts International Airport at 9:15 this evening. So Brussels Airlines flight SN241 will arrive at the Roberts International Airport at 9:15 this evening. Let's move on to departures from the Roberts International Airport. Departures from the Roberts International Airport, beginning with the Ethiopian Airlines. Let's see, flight. Today is the 25th. Okay, so let's refresh this. Let's get a refresher of the report here. We experiencing some internet glitches along the route here, but we're going to get this quickly onto you. So this morning we have departures from the Roberts International Airport as reported by Flight Trader. At 11:05 this morning, Ethiopian Airlines ET942 will depart the Roberts International Airport for Addis Ababa. And at 4:55, Air Peace will depart the Roberts International Airport for Freetown, Sierra Leone, and the flight is P47536. So that does it for the flight schedules at the Roberts International Airport. We now move on to the Central Bank of Liberia website to update you on the exchange rate. Central Bank, as of the 24th, that's on Monday, Central Bank reported on its website the buying and selling rates. Beginning with the buying rate is 177.04, while the selling rate is 179.26. The buying rate is 177.04, while the selling rate is 179.26. So we are moving forward to the festive season, and we understand that there are a lot more. Central Bank is trying all she can to get the exchange rate stabilized so that we do not have similar situation of past. During the festive season, we understand that a lot of businesses actually request more US dollars. And when you go to the bank, one of the things that some of you need to know when you go to the bank right now is you've been given the coins. Yes. The last time a friend of mine went to withdraw, and he was given 1,100 coins out of he went for something like 35,000 Liberian dollars, and he was given 1,100 coins. So know this and know it well. And when you go to the bank, they give you the notes. They also give you coins. All right. So get used to this. We also gonna give you our next stop here. Thanks to the BBC for updating us as always. Our weather forecast is reporting this morning from the BBC. 29 degrees Celsius is going to be sunny and a gentle breeze. It's going to be sunny and a gentle breeze. Later on, we're going to experience 23 degrees Celsius. In terms of humidity, let's see what is there. Humidity is at 94%. Humidity is at 94%. So we say thanks to the BBC for updating us as always. Now, the gasoline price on the Liberian market, $805, while the fuel is sold for $865. So those are the basic prices on the Liberian market, the gasoline and fuel prices. 805 is the pump price, and that of the fuel, you got 865. It's been stable for several months now. So you see, we have stability in our fuel and gasoline prices. Gradually, we are getting there, though things are not what the expectation were, but in the midst of the situation, there are prospects and gains in so many areas. So basically, transportation, the NTA buses are all out. We will subsequently check out the various prices, but I've had the time to pick through. So every destination from Central Monrovia to Peaceville, is 100, but 50 Liberian dollars. So those are from the Boss Town coming to Central Monrovia or the Peaceville, you pay 150 Liberian dollars. So those are all developments we must appreciate the government for. At least during this festive season, things will not be as it used to. We also want to call on the government through the transport ministry. Yes, we know that there are several buses on the road, but we are calling on you to regulate the commercial vehicles. The commercial vehicles during the festive season, as stable as the gasoline price is, we still have drivers charging exorbitantly. Yes, we still have drivers charging exorbitantly, which we shouldn't be. So we need the enforcement of those regulations so that they adhere to these regulations so that we get the country moving forward. With that being said, we're going to take Our next stop here is our health update. We encourage you, as always, make sure to drink water in the morning. Do not be thirsty before you drink. Drink as often as you can. Yes, it helps a lot. There are a lot of benefits in drinking. Avoid the intake of cold water. Cold water is not too healthy for you. Drink room temperature water. And when you are eating, before you eat, make sure to get water in your system. Drink water before taking your meal. It's very important. It's going to help the digestive system, yes, to function well. And when you are done eating, for those of you who love eating oily food and drinking cold water, you need to avoid that. It is not healthy for you. Avoid eating oily food and drinking cold water. Have yourself a room temperature water. It's going to be very, very important for you. Have a room temperature water to consume. Fast forward. Going to bed, avoid oily food, the intake of oily food. All you need to do is get something void of oil. You can, I want to encourage you to always, before you go to bed, get a cucumber, eat 1 or 2, so that it helps the digestive system. There are a lot of benefits in eating cucumber. Yes, eat a cucumber. You can also, maybe you don't want to have the cucumber, you can get yourself a tea, ginger tea or a lime tea. It's going to be very healthy for you. Another thing that I want to encourage you, for those of you who are bothered with asthmatic patients, it is encouraging that you get yourself a coconut water. Get the coconut water. Get what we have, the bitter cola. Get the coconut water, slice the bitter cola, put it in maybe a mineral water bottle. Put that bitter cola in it and put the coconut water in it. Let it sit for at least 24 hours. Following that, the next day, you can use it morning, evening, before you go to bed. Take a sip of it. It's going to help you. It's very good. Read about it. The coconut water and bitter cola. Slice the bitter cola. Place it in the bottle or whatever jar, or whatever you have. Place it in it. Then you get a coconut water. Put a mixture. Put the coconut water and the bitter cola together. You let it set for 24 hours. So if you place it there now, wait the next morning, you start to take your sip. You take a sip of it in the evening before you go to bed. Take a sip of it until it is done. If you are asthmatic patients, actually healthy. Even some of you. Another one I want to bring to your attention. You can also, it's very good for your digestive system. It's also good for your health. Even it helps to battle cancer. It fights cancerous cells. You get a coconut water and then you place lime in the coconut water. The lime, get the lime, squeeze the lime in the coconut water, drink it. It's very, very good for your health. Okay, so it detox the kidney and liver. Yes, it detox the kidney and liver. The lime and the coconut water. Get it and drink it. It's going to help you. Security Alert is that on this program, we want to say to all of us, as we draw closer to the festive season, the criminals are all out. We know that they think faster, but you should be ahead of them. Make sure to get the kids informed. Inform your kids when you are leaving home. Give them instructions. Nobody come here and say your man say. If that person is there, your man say, tell the person to call your mom. And if that child or that person do have a phone, I guess and get meaning my phone. That child shouldn't give his or her phone to the person. Don't give your phone to that person. The simplest thing to do, avoid those kind of conversation. My man here, my man here, my partner here, my pa is not here. Finish. Don't go in there. Oh, your man say I'm coming for the TM and your man say me. No. Mother, if a man wants you to come for something, she should call me. Please tell the children when you are leaving a home. If you are leaving home, say anybody I'm sending to the house while you are there, I will call you and give you a direction on what to do. Do not send anybody to your house without the child consent. And you children, you are left at home. Somebody say, oh, your man said I'm a comfortable one. Say no. My man did not leave instruction with me. Even at the extreme where the kids go to school and we want to say to the school administration, please put in a place, a measure that parents going for their children, you should make sure to have a ticket or a designated person that the school authorities should be aware of, so that nobody go on the campus and just take the child. I'm a friend child, I can't know. If that person is not approved, they shouldn't take the child from the campus. These are all security measures that we need to put in place. Now, why we need to do so? The year is coming to an end. And these people who are involved with all kind of waitress and things, they need to service their authors. We will say this with our fear and favor. They need to service their authors. So if you put the child at a vulnerable state, God forbid, they will use your child as a pearl. So make sure to have someone designated to go for the child or the children on that school campus. This is very serious. And to you, the adults, most especially our sisters, as the festive season draws closer, we know that you are so eager, you want to have all of the little designs and fashionable clothes and all the kind of thing. There are guys, there are people, evil ones out in the streets, well dressed, vehicle, money, and all those stuff. Just while on my way to work, I was listening to a testimony from another female who got saved by grace, who escaped another serious situation that would have led to her death. Go to an entertainment center, finish getting all the drinks and things, getting car, going to bed. At the end of the day, carry her to an unknown destination. It was by grace that she escaped. So maybe you may not be fortunate enough to escape. So I say to you, my friends, I know you are so eager, you want to have all of the cash. And it was a friend who recommended this man to the friend. So she had that confidence. Oh yes, I know the man and this one. So say my friend know the man. Let me go with the man. Wanted to know that it was a setup. So they took my friend thing here on. Mind yourself. What God has for you, you will get it, my sister. You will get it. The criminals are all out. And for those of you who are coming from the rural areas and even right in town here, when you get in vehicles, make sure to put your belongings to a particular place, most especially your valuables, your phone and so forth, your purse. Make sure to put it to a place that is safer. Don't expose yourself to danger. You are sitting in the keke, you get your phone on your lap, you get your bag on your lap. My friend, put that bag between your legs. Take that phone, place it in your pocket or to a safer place that is not it is good for you to have a missed call than for you to lose your phone. The guys are on the increase. They are all out there. They are violating, going to the no-go zones on motorbikes. And you should also know that they are all out too with kekes. They plan these things. So you think say the keke is more safer. Know that some of these keke riders are involved into these crimes. So we want to call on the Liberia National Police to be vigilant. We know that you have introduced your bicycle unit. It is time that you be more vigilant, going in the communities, making sure that you have patrols along the highways, most especially the highways. You got a lot of vehicles. The police, you are not short of vehicles, so you must be able to plow the highways. Make sure to visit the communities. There are a lot of things happening in the communities. Just last night, a friend of mine from the Duper Road end had to post on her page calling on the police to patrol in the Cowfee area because criminals were all around the area there. So we cannot have a police depot in the Shara area there and the police is not patrolling in that community. The Painesville community, we have about, let me see, so from the Duper Road end, you have the depot, the Shara depot there, and you also have right at the Joba area, the police station is also there, and on the other end, Zone 8 is also there. Depot 2, Zone 8, Depot 2 is also right by SKD. So the entire Painesville is very big, we know. So we need a rigorous approach so that our people during this festive season can be safe. Because the Painesville area, Painesville is the largest city. So we need more officers, we need more police, security officers patrol in those areas because the Painesville area is very big and there are a lot of crimes that occurred in the Painesville area. And this is about time that we want to even call on the police like you did the last time where the vulnerable guys who are just loitering, you see somebody just loitering, you call them and question them. And sometimes you just apprehend them. The next day you let them go. Or if that person is a threat to the society, because most of these guys, they work with machetes, they work with all sort of instrument to harm people. So please, the Painesville detachment of the Liberia National Police, those zones and depots, you need to be vigilant. Patrol in those areas. The Cowfee area, you have the Duper Road, Cowfee, you have other areas, the Zuba Town. These are all areas, hotspots when it comes to criminal activities. All right? With that being said, we get our commercial commitment. When we come back, we get to talk on other national issues, very important national issues this morning on The Positive Show. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I'm pretty seated. And you are there, that's why we are in here. And together we say a teamwork supportive on this radio.
Whoa! MTN mobile money now to for the first time in Liberia. You can send money from your phone straight to Ivory Coast, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Uganda, Rwanda, Mali, and Senegal. No more stressing on how you will send your children's school fees to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea or even order your goods from Ghana. Momo is now across borders, so just dial *156*1#, select international transfers, and follow the instructions.
Send money instantly and conveniently across Africa right from the phone. Dial *156*1# and select international transfer to cross borders with Momo. Outbound remittance powered by BNB and Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money.
MTN.
Are you looking for fast, reliable internet for your home, small business, or office? Look no further. Get the MTN 4G router from any MTN service center today for just $49 Cat 4 router and $89 Cat 6 router, and enjoy connectivity and convenience like never before. No stress, just connectivity and convenience. You can activate your router yourself at any time using MTN Momo or airtime. Just dial *355# and enjoy bundles starting as low as $9.
Rush now and get your 4G internet router. Call 5656 for more information. Enjoy affordable, fast, and reliable internet with Lusa Cell MTN. Business done better.
MTN.
What's making your face sour again today? I'm supposed to pay my landlord today, but I forget today last Saturday and the bank is closed soon. But a big problem, but in Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money get push and pull service. Oh yeah, I can withdraw the money from my bank account to my mobile money account and pay my landlord in 5 minutes. Thank you, Jojo, thank you.
Banking with any of these banks: GT Bank, UBA Bank, Access Bank, Echo Bank, LBDR, IB Bank, Afriland Bank, or Global Bank. Simply visit the bank and request to link your bank account to your mobile money account. Get access to your money whenever you need it without any headache. It only takes 3 minutes. Mama more, whenever, wherever.
MTN.
It's a good way to welcome you. Welcome back to the Positive Show. Let me say to all of us men, maybe some of you don't know, now get to know. We have begun the 16 days of activism. 16 days of activism. So on this note, I want to say to all of you, most especially you men who are very violent, you beating woman, you fighting them. During this period, the 16 days of activism, if you dare trouble a female inappropriately, brother, you go to police station, you like it in stop, bro. During this period, the 16 days of activism is not a joke. It's where all of the laws that protects female, they are very strong and active. Starboy, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate your following this morning. So if you think say you cash a clay, you be a woman, fighting female, you all form of violence against women during this time, you dare try, bro, you go to any police station, you like it in store. They're not even carrying you for long conversation. So to avoid yourself getting in the trap during this period, stay clear from violence. When they get it, stay away. A hint to a wise is quite sufficient. I know the nigga there who have ears, they already heard me. So during the 16 days of activism, the female, so let me read for you something from the office of the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. Her Excellency Mrs. Katumu Yata Boakai joined the global campaign to end all forms of violence and discrimination against women and girls in Liberia, Africa, and the world. So during this time of 16 days of activism, bro, women and girls' rights, very, very, very rigid. So avoid getting in conflict with a female, and even after the 16 days of activism, avoid that. real men don't fight. Real men don't get engaged with negative things as it relates to females. Okay, so we are saying to all of us, and as a he for she, I join the folks to actually say no to all forms of violence against women. Yes, all forms of violence against women. We should put heart to those things, and they need to be cherished. They need to be loved. And, they need to be adored. So during the course of last week, it was so dramatic. It was so interesting to have listened to a lot of people, prominent people in society, and we also had the time to follow on the One Block campaign that was carried out in Margibi County by the Coalition for Democratic Change in order to build the party headquarters. So at that occasion, there were a lot of speeches made, and amongst them, we have the special aide, the former special aide to former President George Weah. He's still the aide to President George Weah, but at the level of governance, he was the former special aide when it comes to the Liberian government angle. Sekou Kalasko Damaro. He spoke, and we're going to listen and critique some of the words, some of the things that he said in his speech. We'll also be going to other speeches that were made and so forth. So let's listen to Sekou, what he had to say. Let's get this.
Few days ago, a few months ago, the political leader of the ANC, Alexander Benedict Cummings, he said something. I want you to listen very keenly. Excuse me. He said nothing has changed. That I will say, that's why he said nothing has changed. But you know what? I disagree with him. I disagree with him. I disagree with him. The reason why I disagree with him, something not changed. You want to hear what not changed? Today, Joseph Parker buried $10 million house in Foya. Today, you know what that is? The party was through all of the headquarters that they could not pay $100,000 for every year. Today, the United Party is buying our headquarters $2.5 million. I disagree with Mr. Cummings. You know what I is? Today, Joseph Parker is buying $1.5 million bulletproof jeep. Why children cannot afford to go to school? Why Michael Rubio are struggling to pay for their children to go to school? Why drug in the hospital? Joseph Parker is lavishly spending our country money. Guys, come 2029, before 2029, let rather imagine me.
So you listen to Sekou Kalasko Damaro speaking about several issues that he think is happening in the country regarding the president and the leadership at hand. He said, in his words, the Unity Party were placed out of the party headquarters, that they couldn't pay their rent or the rental fees. He said the president allegedly, let me use the word allegedly but when I'm quoting him verbatim, he said the president is building $10 million villa in Lofa County. The president is traveling here, there, yonder. A president who couldn't afford. All these things we've listened. Sometimes Liberians, we need to take caution and come to the point to understand there are good messages. The reality may be visible, but when it comes to the messenger who brings the message is what we should, focus on. It's not basically about the message. The message may be right, but who is the messenger? So in communication, the messenger plays a pivotal role in the authenticity of the information that is brought forth. You may have something very cogent, very cogent information. It has all the good, balance and credible sources and stuff. But who is that person that is actually bringing that message? So you listen to Sekou. When did Sekou get to realize that monies, the Liberian taxpayer monies, being lavish, wastefully spent by the presidency? Comparing today or today's leadership to past regime. Sometimes Liberians, we need to focus on the real issues and start to dwell on trivial things, because these things has the propensity of creating what we call stress. That's why you see a lot of people coming down with stroke. It doesn't matter your age. Stroke comes whether before you say, oh, they may also get stroke. No, even the younger people are stressed, and stress is one of the key factors that leads to stroke. So you stress yourself with issues that you shouldn't stress yourself with. We burden our minds with issues. At the end of the day, we put those burden on ourselves, and the people who bring this situation to us, we kind of look at them and hear them. We gave them all of the accolades. We gave them all of the necessary, attention where we shouldn't be giving attention. So nowadays, you must be able, as a Liberian, even regardless of your status in society, when someone come to you and say this, don't just run with it. Even when it comes to the radio, that's why I always say to us, the radio we knew before is no longer the radio that people have explicit confidence in. That's why I say the message and the messenger. So the messenger add value to the message. So we have propagandists on the media. So not everything you listen to on the media, you should just run with it. You must be able to do your own fact finding. And thanks to our friends who are doing fast checking. And the fast checking has helped over the period of time. It helped during our elections and even present. So people who go to occasions and have speeches, those speeches are fast checked. So always align yourself to this, to these fast checking institutions, to get clarity from some of the speeches that you listen to, because you are a partisan or you are a fanatic of that particular person who spoke. So whatever he or she says, you run with it. Come to think about it. Verify so that you are authenticity. Say, oh yes, this was said about a certain group of people or this person, and when I fast check, going beyond, and it has been verified that indeed this thing is factual. But in Liberia, we run with a lot of yes say, they say, I say. And we are not caring enough to verify because we are bored with this sentimental discussion. When it is about the next person, we have come to the point in this country to divide ourselves politically. We do not see the country as a common denominator, regardless of your affiliation politically. We see Liberia as a party zone. Whether you from the Green Party, yes, whatever the Green Party does, you align to it. We are from the Blue Party. Whatever the Blue Party does, you align to it. Whether it's false or it's detrimental to your survivability, you don't care about it, or you know that because it's from the Green Party or it's from the Blue Party, you align with it. We need to help ourselves. That the people will say, heaven help those who help themselves. If you cannot help yourself by verifying information and just running with it, it has the propensity of causing serious stress for you. You will stress yourself, and that person, the aim and objective of that person is to pollute your mind so that you don't think positive. That even the Bible, those of you who are Bible scholars, or you're a Christian, you read the Bible. They say, as the man thinketh, so is he. So the thoughts of a man is definitely seen in his action. So if you allow yourself to listen to these speeches and then run and create that kind of negative energy, you will continue to find yourself dangling and not developing, because the aim and objective of politicians is to divert your attention to their ideology, and what they want you to know, they get you to know, and what they don't want you to know, they will definitely create a scene that you will look at it from a different perspective. You listen to Sekou. Is Sekou the right messenger for this kind of message? That question is yours to answer. Is Sekou the right messenger for the message? The question here is, some of the things that he said, are they visible, quote unquote? You may say yes, others may say no, but have you gone beyond to do your fast checking? But when it comes to the messenger with the kind of message, the message and the messenger, this is where a lot of them miss out. That's why I continue to say to my colleagues, I say to people who I have conversation with, and sometimes when we go on the internet, we see some of the things that are there, we kind of laugh, because people we have high regard for, people we give credits to. Some of the things they get involved with, we kind of wonder why. Is it because I'm not part and parcel of the power that be at the time? So whatever that has been done, whether it is good, I will make it seem to be worthless, because I don't want the people to understand what has been done. That's why I always say to people, criticism is very good. I accept criticism, but guess what? In the midst of criticism, you as an individual, you are there to scrutinize whatever you've been criticized for. Go in your closet. Examine some of the things that they say about you. Are they factual? If they are, the ones that are factual, make sure to work on them and make a better version of yourself. But in our country, especially our political space, what we normally do here is we ostracize people who criticize us. I love my critics. They help me to actually know my shortcomings, though not all of the criticism, may put up points, but come to think about it, among the 10 to 15 words that will be used in describing what I do or who I am, among those words, 1 or 2 will be factual, and amazed that I must own up to it and make a better version, rewrite. So we say the message and the messenger. So if Seku is the right messenger for that message, well, you are the judge. You're going to make the decision. We just bring the issue to you, and we allow you to weigh in on them. Another issue here, we want to bring to your attention, there are a lot of crossing over and resignations over the place. Of recent, we've seen 2 resignations from the ANC, and that is not an ordinary resignation. We see 2 senior ANC figures who have resigned of recent, citing their grievances. Yes, so we will bring you the letter written by one of the popular guys around here in our political corridor, Phoebe Henry. Phoebe Henry wrote a letter of resignation after the tenure of his suspension. So let me see if I can get that letter read out to you this morning. Phoebe wrote a very long letter. So let me read Phoebe Henry's letter. Phoebe F.A. Henry's. He said, Anthony Lafayette O.E.Gu, Chairman, Alternative National Congress, VP Row, Old Road, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Chairman Gu, subject, letter of resignation. I extend warm greetings and trust this letter finds you in good health. In accordance with Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution, I hereby tender my resignation as a member of the Alternative National Congress, the ANC, following the completion of my 6 months suspension, May 20 to November 20, 2025. My decision is based on the following reasons. After serving the party in various capacities, I was suspended without due process, a decision I chose not to contest. 2. To date, I have not received an official suspension letter. 3. I learned of my suspension through media outlets and their official social media pages, rather than through the party's secretariat or leadership. This was, at the very least, highly disrespectful. 4. Regarding the removal of Representative Jonathan F. Kofa as Speaker of the House of Representatives, A. The matter has no direct impact on the ANC, and the party should have respected the independent views of its members. B. The leadership must recognize that partisans have the right to express their views on national issues, provided such matter do not directly affect the ANC as a party. We cannot involve ourselves in every controversy. C. I maintain that the majority bloc of the House of Representatives acted in line with the Constitution, and that only the legislature, under Article 38, has the authority to resolve its leadership issue. Please note that this decision is not personal against any individual within the party. I continue to hold deep respect for all those with whom I have worked in the ANC. Mr. Alexander B. Cummings is a good man with the right vision, and I believe he will serve well as president if given the opportunity. However, that decision rests with the Liberian people. I wish the ANC success in its political joining. At some point, we must all say goodbye, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. Liberia first. Sincerely yours, Phoebe F.A. Henrys. So that's the letter of Phoebe Henrys, his resignation letter. And seeing here, we've been reported by OKFM. It said 2 senior ANC figures resigned. I just read one of them, citing new directions and party grievances. So it says 2 long-term members of the Alternative National Congress have tendered their resignations, making notable departures from the opposition party's ranks. James P. Morris, James P. Morris, former National Youth Chair and a member of the party's National Executive Committee, resigned on November 19 after more than a decade of service. In his letter, he said he was grateful for the opportunity afforded him within the ANC and described his tenure as filled with great memories, but noted that he is now seeking new opportunities beyond the party. Day later, Phoebe F.A. Henrys informed ANC Chairman Lafayette Ogu of his decision to step down following the expiration of a 6-month suspension. Henry cited concerns over due process, lack of official communication regarding his suspension, and disagreement with the party's stance on the removal of former House Speaker Jonathan F. Kofa. He said those issues influenced his departure, but emphasized respect for the party's leadership and expressed well wishes for its future. So 2 people have resigned from the Alternative National Congress. Wow, this is so interesting. The political corridor is getting interesting with just barely 2 years out of the 6 years of the Unity Party-led government. We see a lot of things happening. Opposition blocks, we see a lot happening, even within the ranks and file of the ruling establishment as well. So Phoebe Henrys and the other guy resigned from the ANC. So my question here to the folks is, we talk about good governance. We listen to Mr. Cummings as always, stressing the need for a structure and good governance. And these individuals who have resigned from his party, citing reasons why they resigned. And some of the reasons is in line with the advocacy of Mr. Cummings. He talks about lack of communication, lack of dealings in understanding from the government angle, from the government to the people of Liberia, and how things are run within the governing system of the Unity Party as they governed the people of Liberia. But yes, 2 strong members of his party have resigned, citing disagreement with the likes of Phoebe Henry, stating that lack of communication, respect, and so forth have triggered his resignation. So, what is happening now? Are we saying we say these things from our lips, but when it comes to actions, to bring these things to play, we don't do them? Because, mind you, Mr. Cummings is one of the opposition leaders who speak about good governance and have cited that now the government is not proceeding well. The government is not actually leading the people of Liberia to the noble destiny, but rather they are doing unorthodox things. They are doing X, Y, and Z. But Yazid is stalwart of his party who was suspended, and Phoebe said based on his suspension, he was not given a written communication. He's not just an ordinary person in the party. He flew the emblem of the party during our electionary period. He flew the party emblem during the election period. And here we are. You are suspending this man based on issues that you have disagreement with him when he came up and made his personal statement, not on the party's behalf, but as a citizen of Liberia concerning the Speaker saga. He got suspended, and he said his suspension came in a week, and he got to know that he was suspended from media outlets. Not just an ordinary person within the party, but a party that speaks about integrity, a party that speaks about good leadership, a strong man from your party, a candidate during 2 elections in our country, a representative candidate. You are suspending the man. You did not suspend him formally, but he got to know about his suspension from media outlets. But we talk about good governance. We talk about systematic approach. But in your own cycle, that's why I always say to people, we need to be very careful how we go about when people speak. That's why I always say, the message and the messenger. We saying one thing and we're doing the other. The same thing we'll be criticizing. We find when you do your fast finding, we are involved with it. So you, the Liberian people, you need to be very careful. That's why even the Bible tells us we should walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, because we deem in the time the days are evil. The person will come to you, oh yes, put me there. When you put me there, I will do this. I have the capacity. I can transform this thing. We need to know at the latter day, even from just a party level, you cannot operate. You cannot, work in line with the system, the systematic approach. Yeah? That you have 5 million people to cater up to, and out of the 5 million, maybe your constituents, they are 1% or so. The rest of the people, they are opposition to you. How can you govern them? So you got to be very careful. This is about time that we put aside this party sentiments and see the issue. It's about time that Liberians, whether you are from this party, you must be able to criticize. You must be able to speak truth to power. When your party is not proceeding well, say it. And you can find the means to make the necessary recommendation so that there be transformation. But we will sit there and say, oh, at what time? We have that kind of work. Every time we go, when the wrong things are done, we say, oh, man, do your time. Then we start to shift blames. That's what I always say to people. There are two things in this life we must take responsibility for. Our fortune and that of our misfortune. We need to own up to it. So it is about time that Liberians put aside this kind of petty politicking and party sentiments and face the reality. If the Unity Party, if you are a stalwart or a member of the Unity Party and the Unity Party is not proceeding in the direction that you have promised the Liberian people, be able to say it. If you will not say it, be able to point out those ills to those who are carrying on the actions so that they make an amends to rectify the errors. But if you sit there and tell everything is rosy, no, all is not rosy. Okay? So we need to actually look in that direction and face the reality of the day. There are a lot of things happening in our country that we can speak to. You know, sometimes when people start to look for relevance in society, there are a couple of things that you can grab them by. I saw on the internet, and this is something that is trending. And sometimes I kind of wonder, how did we get here? And at this point in time, those who hailed this individual, when they needed all of the attention, they needed all of the support, the governors, all of the support to have power. This person in question was highly supported, was highly hailed for the things that he did during the era of the past regime. We are speaking of Representative Yeke Koluba, edition number 10. Sometimes I kind of wonder, you know, there are times in which there is this saying that says, when you are speaking of the core in someone's eyes, you must firstly check as to whether you have some in your eye before you take out someone's own. We see the representative of District number 10, Montserrat County, going to Liliwa counties, pointing out the government ills, for which I so much appreciate, because it is not always good for you to, no one should be a praise sinker. When the things are not done properly, you must come out to state it. Mr. Honorable Koluba have gone out in Grand Cape Mount, in the Bapolu areas, the Lofa, and so forth, pointing out the ills of the government. But let's face the reality. Now we know that there are a lot of ills in the society, and there are a lot of shortcomings of the government in terms of the rules and other issues. But where the representative represents, let us look at District number 10 as a case study. He's going out in other districts, showing the ills of the districts, showing the ills of the county, showing the ills of the government. But where are we? He has taken up the time to spend resources to actually point out those ills of the government. But what is he doing about his district right here? What is the advocacy of the lawmaker for the people of District number 10? Go and visit District number 10. See, when it comes to the most filthy districts in Montserrat, District number 10 is amongst them. District number 10 is filthy. District number 10, there are a lot of, when it comes to the radar of crimes, District number 10 is highlighted. In the same district number 10, we see a lot of things happening within district number 10 under the watchful eyes of the representative. What is he doing? We've come to realize that there are a lot of things that are unfolding within the district that the lawmaker, he needs to put his feet down on. At first, when the lawmaker took over, we admired his approach. There came a time where crime, the issue of crime rate, it reduced to nothing. But now, take upon your time to go on the Oro. Take upon your time, even in the district. There are parts of the district that you cannot even, during the day, you cannot even pass. You are worried. What is the lawmaker doing about that? The security of the people. The health of his constituents. But the representative fuel his vehicles, get his men, get his camera, the drive-through, the leeward counters to point out government ills, which of course we appreciate. It is important that you show somebody the errors. But at the same time, what are you doing for your own side? Or what have you done? This is my issue, and I know there are a lot of people who are concerned. This is the major concern. This is my major concern. What is the representative actually doing about the filthiness of his district? What is he doing about the insecurity of the district? You know, there are a lot of things that are happening in the district that one can talk about. So now, the outburst of the representative against the government agenda has sparked a serious tension now. People who used to hail him for the things that he did during the past regime are now frowning at him and have made him a persona non grata. Then the people who during their regime, you see the country, that's why some of you need to be very careful. During the era of the CDC-led government, Honorable Yeke Koluba was the darling boy to the Unity Party. Campaign trails, he was all there. He was being vocal to the former president, really vocal to the former president. Now, the government he brought to power, the man strategy, he always loved to be in the opposition. He has turned his pendulum and he's using all of those bazookas that he once used on the former president. Now the people who are against him, and mind you, a lot of you have not come to realize the strategy of Honorable Yeke Koluba, and you need to know this. During the CDC-led government, there were a lot of developmental agendas. There were a lot of development carried out in District number 10. All because they wanted to unseat him. And he being somebody who's very comical and when it comes to being street smart, he's noted for that. He used that approach knowing that in himself, he'll know whatsoever he can take from the national conference or so, cannot do what is meant to be done in the district. And sometimes some of the things, the monies that are allotted for the district, not forthcoming. So he used these techniques. He used these techniques to get development to come in his district. So you saw the lives of there were a lot of things carried out, a lot of developmental initiative carried out in District number 10 during the era of former President Weah. Now he fought, and we now see the Unity Party leadership, he is fighting them. And the same approach he used, the most smart. The man said, I know both, but at the 10 year again, I will use it on you. So the same approach he used during the CDC-led government time to get development coming to District number 10, we saw the CDC-led government coming with the construction of a market building. We saw a road construction taking place in District number 10. There were a lot of things, good things that the CDC-led government did in District number 10 during the era. So now he found himself in the opposition and lashing at the present government, the government that he brought to power, so that they took a low in that direction and said, okay, we'll move the mayor. So let's put some kind of formidable candidate in a place that will be kind of development. That's how the man is operating. So you got to be very sensitive enough. But mind you, on a very serious note, with all those things aside, we talk about morals and integrity. When you are called honorable, there are a lot of things that comes to mind, and there are a lot of things that is attached to the word honorable. Being an honorable is not an easy title. It comes with respect. It comes with authenticity. It comes with, all of the BB book, all of the BB adjectives you can use. So let us not limit this title or belittle the title. The approach sometimes, that's why you see, I don't really get involved with his press conferences, because he says some things that are factual, and you understand, things that are glaring, but the manner and form in which he expressed these things is not healthy for our kids. It's not healthy for the morals of our society. Oh yes. He becomes very abusive, and to the extent he doesn't take into consideration moral and ethics. You hold a very high, one of the highest seats in the country. You are not just a representative of District number 10, Montserrat County. You are a representative of the Republic of Liberia. So you taking up the time and in a ruling manner addressing issues, come on. That's why you see a lot of our young folks are taking on these kind of approaches, because the people they should be seen as role models, or they see as people who will transform them for the better, are the ones who are creating a serious chaos for the society by means of the words that they use. Come on, growing up as a kid, dare you use invectives when you have the elderly people around? Then you see somebody who holds a higher seat, one of the highest seats in the country, doesn't care how he addresses issues, but just use invectives. And then these are the people we hail. These are the people we chant the battle cry for. And say, oh yes, he vocal. Come on, that's being rude. The word is rude. That's being rude. We cannot mince our words on that. There are issues that can be addressed. There are a lot of factual issues. There are ways in which you can address these issues. It makes sense, but not in a rudely forming manner. Somebody say, but Dandana, no, come on. Some of us have been very vocal when it comes to that, and we have championed the cause to continue to say this and caution even the lawmaker to desist from insults in his approaches. It won't occur well. It doesn't send a good sign of the country. At least to say a training for the younger ones. We talk about morals and ethics. Where's the moral of our society when you have honorables? They don't care how they address issues. The same words, the F words, it's just a normal thing in our society now. We have taken another approach in our society that we don't care about. Whether it is against the norms of the society, morals, and the morals of the society, we don't care anymore. We just do anything. We don't care about the titles that we carried. It is wrong, my people. We need to put a halt to these things. At least to say, people who the public hold in high esteem, the media. You hear people sit on the media, just use the F words. They don't care. Because they see the people who are in high esteem, in high office. They say things anyhow. So they feel that, come on, this is the language that the people understand. So we need to use it. Come on, man. It makes no sense to us. Journalists, you sit on the radio and just use invectives? Come on, it's wrong. At least to say honorables, people who carry the title honorables. We need to be very serious about these things. In order to transform our society, like I always say, when the minds are developed, the eyes will appreciate the works of the hands. We need serious education. And we want to call on our education ministry to see reason in reintroducing the teaching of civics in our schools and the teaching of the Constitution. And there must be a course that talks about moral. Because where our country is at the moment, we are at a critical juncture that we don't care anymore about morals. A man will have the mindset, I need to go in government. When I go in government, the only thing I need to do is to steal. There's no morals any longer. We don't care. If a person is accused of some immoral acts in government or out of government or so in public areas, we don't care. We don't take it serious. When you are accused in our countries, when you are accused of corruption or something that is not in the best interest of the public, you recuse yourself and go through due process. And when you are exonerated from that accusation, you can choose to come back and take your office. But our people don't care. They accuse the man of stealing and say, but I developed the country. So other people have been stealing, they've been carrying the money. We hear officials, past and present, saying these things. That tells us the moral structure of our country is broken, is destroyed. To form part of the broadcast this morning, 0887-105-105-0778-665-073 are numbers to call and form part of the discussion here. We've been talking more. We talk about the issue of statement made by Sekou Kalasko Damaro, if he's the right messenger for the message he brought. We talk about the resignation of Fubi Hendricks and another colleague from the ANC. We're talking about people talking about good governance and not aligning the deeds with what they say in terms of governance and structure. We also brought to your attention morals and integrity, looking at the outbursts of Representative Yeke Koluba. You know, these are things that we're talking this morning. If you have other things to add on to the conversation, the lines are open. 0887-105-105-0778-665-073 are numbers to call and form part of the broadcast this morning here on North FM 105.1. So while we await your calls, we take our commercial commitment to be right back. Don't go away.
What's it making your face sour again today? I'm supposed to pay my landlord today, but I forget today on Saturday and the bank is closed soon. But a big problem, but in those MTN mobile money get push and pull service. Oh yeah, I can withdraw the money from my bank account to my mobile money account and pay my landlord in 5 minutes. Thank you, Jojo, thank you.
Banking with any of these banks: GT Bank, UBA Bank, Access Bank, Echo Bank, LBDR, IB Bank, Afriland Bank, or Global Bank. Simply visit the bank and request to link your bank account to your mobile money account. Get access to your money whenever you need it without any headache. It only takes 3 minutes. More, whenever, wherever.
MTN.
Whoa! MTN mobile money now to for the first time in Liberia. You can send money from your phone straight to Africa, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Uganda, Rwanda, Mali, and Senegal. No more stressing on how you will send your children's school fees to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea or even order your goods from Ghana. Momo is now across borders, so just star 156 *1#, select international transfers and follow the instructions.
Send money instantly and conveniently across Africa right from the phone. Dial star 156 *1# and select international transfer to cross borders with Momo. Outbound remittance powered by BNB and Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money.
MTN.
Momo na we say key. Y'all want your mullet cheese.
My people, I get good news, so enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No call will go on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial star 156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo na we say key. Y'all want your mullet cheese.
MTN.
Are you looking for a getaway that combines the beauty of nature with luxurious accommodations? Look no further than Rocky Farms in Carisburg along the Kakata Highway, where dreams come true from rolling hills to sparkling streams. Rocky Farms, it's traveler's dream. We offer a unique experience for all with a 20% discount on all of our services. We are open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And let's not forget about the food. At Rocky Farms, we pride ourselves on our farm-to-table dining experience. Enjoy delicious meals made from fresh, locally and internationally sourced ingredients. There's no time to waste. Explore our farm where you can get up close and personal with friendly animals. A place with breathtaking views. You won't leave your worries behind. From cozy cabins to elegant shallow rooms. Rocky Farms, where memories are sweet. Whether you are seeking a peaceful retreat or an adventure-filled vacation, we have live band days in every Sunday. So why wait? Plan your vacation or outing with Rocky Farms in Carisburg along the Kakata Highway and experience the beauty of nature. Indulge in luxury and create memories for lifetime. For reservation, call us on 0881 248401. From sunrise to sunset, every moment is great at Rocky Farms because we are the ultimate wonderland.
Before the sunrise.
U-Car Renter is bigger and better with affordable rides for you. Anywhere in Monrovia is $5 United States or its equivalent for a ride. You can order a ride anywhere within Cinco and Central Monrovia and pay just $5 United States or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. Airport drop-off is $30 United States or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. And Peaceville is just $15 United States. Book your ride by calling 0880-3786-92, 0880-378-487, or 0555 773 773. Once again, book your ride by calling 0880 3786 92, 0880 378 487, or 0555 773 773. You car renters, your affordable ride just for you. 0887-105-105-0778-665-073. Our numbers to call this morning. Let's talk about these things that are meaningful to our growth and development and our society at large. Take into consideration morals and values. We also tend to say to our friends who find themselves engaging into unorthodox behaviors. The last time we said this here, and we will say it again, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your alignment with a political party, Liberia is our common denominator. We see people rejoicing in the wrong things, and when the wrong things are done, we're so happy that indeed the next man is not proceeding well. Oh yes. And when the right things are done, what we do, we get so angry why it should be so. How did we get here? I mean, sometimes I wonder, how did we get here? That we will create so much hate for the country, to the extent that when good things are done, we frown at it, and when the worst things are done, we run with it. We see this from the media perspective. We see this from the citizens themselves. That's why I always say to my colleagues, we hold the public trusts, and as such, we must be responsible in our reportage. The people believes in us. So that's why for every time someone is making reference, they hold the media so high in an esteem that whatever comes from the media, the thing is factual. So, like I said to one of my colleagues, if Liberia is to be transformed speedily as we ought to, we should begin from the media to transform our conversations. Nobody say we should be praise sinkers, because we know the tune that our leaders listen to are the negative tune. When you are so rude and arrogant in your approach to national issues or issues that confronts the citizen, these are the people officials of government look up to and run to and induce with financial gains and all that kind of stuff. But you who will logically sit and analyze and find an amicable way of solving these issues, they don't look your way. So at this point in time, the media has turned out to be what it is because of these reasons. You sit here, you talk from morning to night, talking about things that will transform the minds of the people and transform our society for the better. You won't be dignified. You won't be even. There will be no one to give that credence. You know that. But when you sit here, if I was sitting here and just using invectives and saying unorthodox things and doing the things that are not even called for the media, come on. We have barrage of calls. We have people. You know, I'm calling from this point and that point. But you are pushing logic and reasoning, something that will transform the society and transform the individuals. They don't care. But we are not moved by those things because, mind you, our conscience, posterity will judge us. You have the opportunity to speak to the conscience of the people. What did you do when you have the microphone to your disposal? These are questions that will be asked. And what will we say? Oh, and this, no, come on. So the opportunity that we have, we will utilize it. The ones who have the ears to hear, they will hear. And we know these messages will not go on deaf ground or dead ground. They will yield fruits. And those who want to be transformed, they will be transformed. The society is where it is because of the role the media play. We publicize things that we ought not to. I view on the social media some outlets carrying the nude photo of a dead woman. Hell no. Where did you get your training? We should add dignity to the dead. At least to say, the living. But we don't care. We want the social media has its own good and bad side. And what have come to our attention now, because we want all of the followings, we want all of the likes and comments, so we put things that are unethical. Yes, we put these things, and it has a serious effect on you and the society. And one thing a lot of you have failed to realize, the social media has its own way of throwing things back at you. So maybe you think that, oh, you are the youngest in the country, you are the most popular in the country, you just post anything on the social media. And mind you, at the given time, the social media will remind you of what you posted years back. I was just looking at a post I made 7 years ago. I was reminded by the social media. Then it brought me to the point to understand. I say, yes, this is indeed a truth that the social media reminds us of our actions and deeds. Posting a new photo of a dead woman. Where did you get your training? Sometimes you see our friends posting gruesome pictures. Where did you get your training? There are standards. There are rules. That's why we say to the PEL, you must get up and start to do your job. It's not just for us to be, there issuing press statement, and when a journalist step his or her bound, then we issue press statement. No. These are things we should be counting people, holding people for their unethical behaviors. People must be held for their actions. You posting gruesome pictures. The nude picture of a dead woman. You call yourself a media institution. You call yourself a media practitioner. What sense does it make to you? Where did you get your training? 087-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call and form part of the program, The Positive Show this morning. Let's get to talk about these things. If we cannot talk about these things will continue to persist in our country, and the younger ones will learn from them. And they're not even learning the good thing, but the bad things. And they will run with it. Then we'll say the future of our country lies in the youth. What's the value are you bringing to the attention of the youth? The moral values. where a female see her body and just expose herself in the open. Anyhow, she doesn't care. After all, she wants the likes and the comments. But where is the moral value? These are things our religious leaders you need to get engaged with. Teach your congregation about morals and ethics. Today you find yourself at this point. You don't know what tomorrow holds. The future holds a very great prospect. After you have messed up on the internet, showing your body in a rude manner, now you got this opportunity after several years. You got this opportunity, or you want to get engaged with the political arena and all that kind of stuff. Then the social media start reminding you. People on the social media start reminding you about your past. So that's what I want to say in this open manner to our young friends. Don't be carried away by the glamour of the social media. The social media has a way of reminding the society about who you are and what you have involved with over the period of time. Some of you just get onto the social media, use invectives, say things, and mind you, the social media will remind you. After a year or two, it will remind you. For every time, it will remind you. And when it starts to remind you, you feel so bitter about yourself. That's why you need to take caution of what you post on the social media. See what is happening now? Just this gone the Friday, right? No, Sunday. A young miss, in her words, she was intoxicated and she had her friends did not advise her. She went on the social media, opened on the stage and started to show her nudity. And now it is now trending. She wants the video down. And to those of you who posted, mind you, there are laws on the book now that prohibits that. The Sabbath law is on the books. And I listened to her audio where she's actually appealing that the guy take this video down. And my friend, though it's out there, it's viral, but there are penalty for posting someone's nude pictures. You can be sued for that. So let us learn from these things and act in accordance with the moral principles of the society. When you dress modestly, people will regard you. You know, the way you dress is how people are going to address you. That's why a lot of young people don't know. You dress foolishly, it's how people are going to take you. It's the kind of people that will go your way or will come your way. But if you are dressed modestly, such a caliber of people that will come your way. With that being said, all is that lust. We can still make the difference. We can right our wrongs. We can renew our minds and have love for country. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. Let us love our country. You see, the Ghana man will tell you Ghana is the best. Ghana is the best. He's prophesying in the open heavens. He's saying these positive words because life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Liberians, we're criticizing. We say in the West thing, when wrong thing happens, oh, this too is Liberia. All we can say, Liberia, Liberia for us. We hate to hear the good things about our country, but when the wrong things are done, we run with it like wildfire. Let's take to the telephone line. Hello? 0887-105-105-0778 665-073 are numbers to call to participate. What do you have to say concerning these things that we've been talking about? The morals of the society, the message and the messenger. Zero 0887-105-105-0778-665-073. We have limited time. We must say these things that posterity will judge you positively and not negatively. You say, oh, come on, you had the opportunity to enlighten the minds of the people, to cause some level of transformation. You did not do. What did you do during the era when you had the opportunity to speak truth to power? And for one, I'm not carried away by multitude. I believe in the faithful few. Each one will teach one. Let us get engaged in a positive mind set towards our country. The Ghana and other places that we're praising around here, go there, go and experience for yourself. The media is responsible in their reportage. Nobody say you should be a person, but you have a duty and a responsibility as a media institution to uphold the dignity of your country. Yes. It is your responsibility. One may say your social corporate responsibility as a media institution to uphold the morals of the society. But we say it on radio, we use invectives, we curse anyhow, we use the F words, we don't care, because we feel that that's the language our leaders listen to. But what becomes of the innocent ones, the ones that are growing up and admire you as a role model and want you to be a mentor? What good example are you setting for him or her? She hears you insulting. She feels that it's good. He doesn't care. The hymn to a wise is quite sufficient. The one who has ears, let him hear. We need to begin to hold the bull by its horn by transforming our society. And how can we go about that? By renewing our minds. Don't be misled by politicians. Politicians will only want you to do things that they know that when you do, they will benefit from. They have interests. They don't have permanent friends. So be wise as a serpent. Even the Bible talks about that. Be wise as a serpent. You know what the emphasis was laid on the serpent? It's another discussion for another day. Thanks so much for your listening role and that of your viewing role. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and I follow First Among Equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. Continue to follow the rest of our broadcasts. On this note, this is how we wind down the curtains on today's edition of the program, The Positive Show.